Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to reflect on something important. Why do so many people, despite their potential, fail at work? Why, even with the best intentions, do they struggle to get ahead, meet their goals, or even feel satisfied with their efforts? Today, I want to explore some of the reasons people often fall short in their professional lives and what can be done to change that. First and foremost, people fail at work because they lack clear goals. Without a target, how can you hit the mark? If you're just going through the motions, doing what's expected but never thinking about where you're headed, it's easy to drift. Success demands that we know what we want, define it clearly, and set a course to get there. Without that vision, you're at the mercy of circumstances, not in control of your destiny. The second reason is poor time management. Many people allow distractions and low-priority tasks to consume their day. They're busy, but not productive. It's critical to learn how to allocate your time efficiently, to say no when necessary, and to focus on what truly matters. Time is your most valuable resource, and how you use it will determine whether you succeed or fail. Another crucial factor is lack of personal growth. In today's fast-paced world, if you're not growing, you're falling behind. Many people stop learning after they land the job. They think the hard part is over, but that's just the beginning. Success in the workplace isn't about coasting on what you already know. It's about continually improving yourself, acquiring new skills, and staying ahead of the curve. Next is ineffective communication. Too often, people fail to clearly express their thoughts or listen to what others are saying. This leads to confusion, missed opportunities, and even conflict. Communication is the lifeblood of any organization. The ability to convey ideas clearly, understand others, and foster collaboration is what separates the average from the exceptional. Finally, many people fail simply because they lack discipline. Motivation is great, but it doesn't last. Discipline, however, carries you through even when you don't feel like working. Those who succeed understand the importance of doing what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. They show up, put in the effort, and stay consistent. Discipline turns dreams into reality. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, failure at work is rarely due to lack of talent or opportunity. More often, it's because of these foundational issues: lack of clear goals, poor time management, insufficient personal growth, ineffective communication, and the absence of discipline. But here's the good news: all of these are within your control. With awareness and action, you can overcome these challenges and set yourself on the path to success. Thank you. One of the most significant reasons why people fail at work is that they lack clear goals. It may sound simple, but the importance of having specific, well-defined objectives cannot be overstated. Imagine embarking on a journey without knowing your destination. How would you decide which road to take? What stops would you make along the way? Without clarity, you would likely end up lost or wandering aimlessly. This is exactly what happens when people go through their work life without clear goals. They become directionless, reactive rather than proactive, and easily derailed by distractions. At the heart of this issue is the fact that many people don't take the time to truly define what they want to achieve. They might have vague ideas of wanting success, a promotion, or financial security, but these are not concrete goals. These are hopes or desires. A goal, by contrast, is specific and measurable. It's something you can break down into actionable steps and track your progress toward. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be successful," a clear goal would be, "I want to increase my sales by 20% in the next 6 months." This goal is clear, specific, and comes with a timeline, which provides a tangible target to aim for. The absence of clear goals also leads to a lack of focus. When you don't know exactly what you're working toward, your efforts become scattered. You might find yourself working hard but not getting anywhere. You'll be busy with tasks but unsure of their ultimate value. As a result, it becomes easy to get caught up in low-priority activities or sidetracked by immediate demands that don't align with your larger aspirations. This lack of focus leads to inefficiency, frustration, and ultimately failure. Setting clear goals helps you prioritize your tasks and make better decisions. It allows you to filter out distractions and focus on what really matters. When you have a clear destination in mind, you can evaluate every opportunity or task based on whether it brings you closer to your goal. If it doesn't, it's easier to say no or delegate it to someone else. This level of clarity helps you maximize your time and energy, which are limited resources. Without goals, people often waste these resources on unimportant or low-impact activities, leading to burnout without any sense of accomplishment. Another important aspect of goal setting is that it provides motivation. When you have a clear goal, you have something to strive for, something that gives purpose to your daily efforts. Without a defined objective, it's easy to lose enthusiasm over time. Work becomes monotonous, and you may start to feel like you're just going through the motions. But with a goal, especially one that's challenging yet achievable, every day becomes an opportunity to move closer to your desired outcome. It keeps you engaged and energized because you can see progress and measure how far you've come. Goals also provide accountability. When you set a clear goal, you create a benchmark for success. This allows you to regularly check in with yourself or your team to see how you're doing. Are you on track, ahead of schedule, or falling behind? Without a goal, there's no way to measure success or failure, which means you might not even realize when you're off course. Regularly revisiting your goals keeps you accountable and helps you make adjustments before it's too late. Having clear goals gives you the ability to adjust your strategy when necessary. In any job or career, challenges and setbacks are inevitable. If you don't have a goal in mind, these obstacles can feel overwhelming, and you may give up or lose your way. But when you have a defined objective, you're more likely to see setbacks as temporary hurdles, not roadblocks. You can reassess your approach, find solutions, and keep moving forward. In essence, goals provide the resilience needed to navigate challenges. Clear goals create a sense of fulfillment. When you accomplish something you've set your mind to, there's a deep satisfaction that comes from knowing your hard work paid off. This sense of achievement builds confidence and propels you forward to set even more ambitious goals. Without clear objectives, even when you do work hard, the lack of a concrete achievement leaves you feeling unfulfilled, which is often mistaken as failure. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the absence of clear goals is one of the most common reasons people fail at work. Goals provide direction, focus, motivation, accountability, and resilience, all of which are essential for success. So, if you want to avoid failure and thrive in your career, start by setting clear, specific goals that will guide your actions and keep you moving forward. Another crucial reason why many people fail at work is poor time management. Time is the most valuable resource we all have, yet many people treat it as if it's unlimited. Unlike money, which can be earned back, or knowledge, which can be gained, once time is gone, it's gone forever. Managing time effectively is not just about squeezing more tasks into your day, it's about making the best use of your time to achieve your goals and be productive in meaningful ways. One of the biggest problems people face is that they confuse being busy with being productive. Many people feel a sense of accomplishment just because they are constantly doing something. They fill their schedules with meetings, tasks, and to-do lists, but often fail to ask whether these activities are truly advancing their most important goals. As a result, they become trapped in a cycle of constant busyness without real progress. When people don't manage their time well, they end up wasting it on low-priority tasks, firefighting emergencies, or simply reacting to whatever demands come their way. This leads to frustration, stress, and eventually failure, because despite their best efforts, they never seem to achieve their desired outcomes. Effective time management starts with understanding your priorities. It's not enough to just be busy, you need to be busy with the right things. Without clear priorities, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the sheer volume of tasks that demand your attention. You need to identify what's truly important and focus your energy on those activities that will have the greatest impact. This requires being honest with yourself about what you need to achieve and learning to say no to tasks that don't align with your priorities. This is where many people fall short. They spread themselves too thin by trying to do everything, which leads to burnout and diminished performance. Another challenge people face when managing their time is the tendency to procrastinate. We've all been there putting off tasks that seem difficult, unpleasant, or time-consuming. However, procrastination is a silent killer of productivity. It creates unnecessary stress as deadlines approach and leaves little time for careful, thoughtful work. Procrastinators often find themselves scrambling to complete tasks at the last minute, which leads to lower quality results. By learning to tackle tasks head-on and avoid procrastination, you free up more time for strategic, high-value work that contributes to long-term success. Distractions are another major barrier to effective time management. In today's world, distractions are everywhere: emails, social media, phone calls, and even coworkers who drop by for a chat. It's easy to get pulled in different directions and lose focus on what you were originally working on. This constant switching between tasks, often called multitasking, reduces your efficiency and makes it harder to complete tasks on time. The reality is that our brains are not designed to multitask effectively. Every time you shift your attention from one task to another, it takes time for your brain to refocus, which reduces your overall productivity. Learning to manage distractions, set boundaries, and create focused time blocks for deep work can dramatically improve how much you get done. One of the most powerful tools for effective time management is planning. Taking the time to plan your day, your week, and even your month helps you stay on track and ensures that you're focusing on your highest priorities. A well-planned schedule allows you to allocate time to important tasks, set realistic deadlines, and avoid last-minute rushes. It also gives you a sense of control over your workload and reduces the likelihood of feeling overwhelmed. Many people fail at work because they don't plan their time effectively. They jump from one task to another without a clear sense of direction, which leads to inefficiency and missed deadlines. Time management also involves understanding the difference between urgent and important tasks. Many people get caught up in the trap of responding to urgent tasks, those that demand immediate attention but may not be important in the grand scheme of things. These tasks often come in the form of crises, interruptions, or requests from others. While it's important to handle urgent matters, it's even more important to ensure that you're dedicating enough time to important tasks, those that contribute to your long-term goals and success. Focusing too much on urgent tasks at the expense of important ones is a recipe for failure. You need to learn to prioritize important tasks and protect your time from being consumed by less meaningful activities. In addition to prioritization and planning, successful time management requires self-discipline. Many people fail at work because they don't have the discipline to stick to their plans. It's easy to get distracted, take longer breaks, or put off tasks for later. However, discipline is key to consistently managing your time well. It's about making the right decisions, even when it's difficult, and following through on your commitments to yourself and others. Without discipline, even the best time management strategies will fall apart. In conclusion, poor time management is a significant reason why people fail at work. The inability to prioritize effectively, manage distractions, avoid procrastination, and stick to a plan leads to wasted time, missed opportunities, and diminished results. But with the right mindset and strategies, you can take control of your time, focus on what matters, and dramatically improve your chances of success. Thank you. One of the most common reasons people fail at work is their lack of personal growth. In today's fast-paced and ever-evolving professional landscape, staying still is the equivalent of falling behind. The workplace is not static. New technologies emerge, industries shift, and the skills that were once sufficient can quickly become outdated. Yet despite this, many people stop investing in their own development once they've secured a job or reached a certain level of expertise. This complacency creates a dangerous trap, one that ultimately limits their potential and stifles their success. Personal growth is not a luxury or something to pursue only in times of convenience. It is a necessity. It's the foundation of long-term success. Those who succeed in their careers are often the ones who continuously seek to learn, improve, and evolve. They understand that the world around them is changing, and to remain competitive, they need to grow alongside it. When people fail to prioritize their personal development, they become stagnant. Their skill set remains the same, while the demands of their work grow and change. Over time, this gap becomes a major obstacle, making it difficult to keep up with new challenges, adapt to changing circumstances, or take on more significant responsibilities. A key reason people neglect personal growth is that they become too comfortable with where they are. When you reach a certain level of competence or security in your job, it's easy to believe that the hard part is over. You've made it, and now you can relax. But in reality, that's just the beginning. The most successful individuals recognize that every career is a journey, not a destination. No matter how experienced or skilled you are, there's always more to learn, more to master, and more ways to expand your knowledge. The moment you stop growing is the moment you start limiting your future opportunities. Continuous learning is at the heart of personal growth. This doesn't necessarily mean formal education or pursuing additional degrees, though those can be valuable. It's about cultivating a mindset of curiosity and a willingness to expand your understanding. In today's world, there are countless ways to learn through reading, online courses, mentorship, attending workshops, or simply seeking out new challenges within your current role. The point is to keep pushing the boundaries of what you know and what you can do. Personal growth isn't just about acquiring new technical skills, it's also about improving your soft skills, emotional intelligence, and leadership capabilities. Another reason personal growth is so critical to success at work is that it fosters adaptability. As industries evolve, new technologies and methods are introduced, and companies shift their strategies. The ability to adapt becomes one of the most valuable traits you can possess. Those who invest in personal growth are better equipped to navigate these changes. They're not afraid to step out of their comfort zones or embrace new ways of doing things because they've developed a mindset that welcomes learning and improvement. On the other hand, those who resist growth often struggle to adapt to new situations, which puts them at a disadvantage in the workplace. Personal growth also builds confidence. When you are constantly learning and improving, you're more likely to feel capable and ready to take on new challenges. This confidence translates into your work, making you more willing to take risks, speak up in meetings, and pursue opportunities for advancement. People who fail to invest in their personal growth often struggle with self-doubt. They may feel insecure in their abilities because they haven't kept up with the changes in their industry, or they may fear failure because they haven't practiced pushing themselves beyond their current skill set. Without personal growth, it becomes difficult to build the resilience and confidence needed to succeed in the long term. Personal growth fuels motivation. When you are actively working on yourself, setting new goals, learning new things, and achieving milestones, you're more likely to stay engaged and excited about your career. Stagnation, on the other hand, leads to boredom and disengagement. Many people who fail at work do so not because they lack talent, but because they lose interest. They get stuck in a routine, doing the same things over and over without any sense of progress or improvement. Personal growth keeps you energized and focused. It gives you something to strive for, which in turn keeps you passionate about your work. Personal growth is also essential for leadership. Whether you're in a leadership role or aspire to be in one, the ability to grow and develop yourself is key to leading others effectively. Great leaders are not just experts in their field, they are constantly working to improve themselves so they can better support, guide, and inspire their teams. If you're not committed to your own growth, it becomes difficult to expect the same from others. People respect and follow those who lead by example, and a commitment to personal growth is one of the most powerful ways to lead. In conclusion, personal growth is not optional for those who want to succeed at work, it is essential. Without it, you limit your potential, stifle your motivation, and fail to keep pace with the changing demands of the workplace. Investing in yourself, continuously learning, and pushing beyond your current capabilities is the key to long-term success and fulfillment in your career. Growth is what separates those who simply survive in their roles from those who thrive. Another key reason people fail at work is ineffective communication. Communication is the backbone of any professional environment, and the ability to express oneself clearly, listen actively, and understand others is fundamental to success. Unfortunately, many people overlook just how critical good communication is to their work. It's not just about speaking or writing, it's about ensuring that your message is received, understood, and acted upon correctly. When communication breaks down, misunderstandings arise, conflicts occur, and work suffers as a result. No matter how skilled or competent someone is, if they cannot communicate effectively, their potential will remain limited. One of the most common issues people face is the assumption that others understand what they mean simply because they have spoken or sent a message. However, communication is not just about transmitting information, it's about making sure the other person understands your message in the way you intended. Too often, people rush through conversations, give incomplete instructions, or rely on jargon, assuming that everyone else is on the same page. This leads to confusion, mistakes, and frustration. Clear communication requires taking the time to explain your thoughts and ensuring that the person you're speaking to has understood the message. This might mean repeating key points, asking for feedback, or providing additional context. Another significant challenge is listening. Many people think of communication as primarily about talking, but listening is just as important, if not more so. Good listening skills are often what differentiate effective communicators from ineffective ones. Unfortunately, many people listen with the intent to reply rather than to understand. They are so focused on what they are going to say next that they don't fully absorb what the other person is saying. This not only leads to misunderstandings, but can also make the other person feel undervalued or unheard. Active listening, truly paying attention, asking clarifying questions, and reflecting on what has been said can dramatically improve communication in the workplace and help avoid unnecessary conflicts. Communication is also about being able to adapt your message to your audience. One of the reasons people fail at work is that they use a one-size-fits-all approach to communication. However, different people respond to different communication styles. Some people prefer direct and concise messages, while others might need more context or a softer approach. Understanding who you're speaking to and tailoring your message accordingly is critical to ensuring that your communication is effective. For example, when communicating with a colleague who is detail-oriented, providing thorough information is important, while with someone who focuses on the big picture, you might need to emphasize outcomes and goals. Another aspect of effective communication that often gets overlooked is nonverbal communication. Body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions all play a significant role in how your message is received. You can say the right words, but if your body language or tone contradicts those words, the message will be lost or misinterpreted. For instance, giving feedback in a harsh or dismissive tone, even if the content of the feedback is constructive, can lead to defensiveness and conflict. On the other hand, using open body language, maintaining eye contact, and speaking in a calm, respectful tone can help foster trust and understanding, even in difficult conversations. Poor communication also affects teamwork. Many people fail at work because they are unable to effectively collaborate with others. In most workplaces, success is not just about individual performance, but about how well people work together. Teams need clear and open lines of communication to function effectively. When people don't communicate well, it leads to duplicated efforts, missed deadlines, and a lack of alignment on goals. Good communicators know how to share information openly, give credit where it's due, and keep everyone on the same page. They are also able to navigate differences of opinion or approach with tact and diplomacy, turning potential conflicts into opportunities for growth and better collaboration. In addition, communication plays a vital role in problem solving and decision making. Many work-related failures stem from poor decision making, which is often a result of incomplete or miscommunicated information. When people fail to communicate openly about issues, they either avoid making decisions altogether or make them based on inaccurate data. Effective communicators know how to ask the right questions, gather necessary information, and involve the right people in discussions. They also ensure that once a decision is made, it is communicated clearly to everyone involved, reducing the risk of misinterpretation and ensuring that everyone is aligned on the next steps. Emotional intelligence is a key component of effective communication. People who lack emotional intelligence often struggle to connect with others, which hinders their ability to communicate effectively. Emotional intelligence involves being aware of your own emotions and those of others and using that awareness to guide interactions. It means being able to recognize when someone is upset, frustrated, or disengaged, and addressing those emotions in a way that fosters understanding and resolution rather than escalating the situation. People who are emotionally intelligent can navigate difficult conversations with empathy, ensuring that both sides feel heard and respected. Feedback is an essential part of communication in the workplace, and many people fail because they don't know how to give or receive feedback effectively. Constructive feedback helps people grow and improve, but when it's poorly communicated, it can lead to resentment or confusion. Learning how to deliver feedback in a clear, respectful, and actionable way is crucial. At the same time, knowing how to receive feedback with an open mind and a willingness to improve is just as important. People who resist feedback or take it personally often miss valuable opportunities for growth and improvement. In conclusion, ineffective communication is a major reason why people fail at work. Without clear, open, and adaptable communication, misunderstandings arise, conflicts emerge, and productivity suffers. By improving our ability to communicate both by speaking and listening more effectively, adapting to our audience, and using emotional intelligence, we can dramatically improve our performance, build stronger relationships, and set ourselves up for long-term success. Thank you. The final reason many people fail at work is their inability to embrace feedback. Feedback is an essential component of professional growth and development. It serves as a critical tool that helps individuals understand how their performance aligns with expectations and where they can improve. However, the reality is that many people fear or resist feedback, viewing it as criticism rather than a constructive opportunity for growth. This fear can be paralyzing and can hinder personal and professional advancement. One of the most significant barriers to embracing feedback is the fear of judgment. Many individuals worry about how others perceive their abilities or performance. They may fear that receiving negative feedback will confirm their insecurities or expose their weaknesses. This fear can lead to a defensive attitude, causing individuals to dismiss feedback outright or react negatively when it is offered. Such reactions can create a cycle of avoidance, where individuals become reluctant to seek or engage in feedback conversations altogether. In the long run, this lack of engagement can stifle their growth and prevent them from achieving their potential. To overcome this fear, it's important to reframe how you view feedback. Instead of seeing it as a personal attack, consider it an essential part of your development. Feedback is a gift that provides insights into your performance, behavior, and impact on others. It highlights areas where you can improve and helps you identify your strengths. When you adopt a growth mindset, you begin to see feedback as a valuable opportunity to learn and evolve rather than as a threat to your self-worth. This shift in perspective allows you to approach feedback with curiosity and openness, which are vital for personal and professional development. Another common reason people struggle to embrace feedback is the lack of a supportive environment. If feedback is delivered in a harsh or unconstructive manner, it can lead to resentment and demotivation. Many workplaces foster cultures where feedback is not given or received well, leaving individuals feeling vulnerable or attacked. To create a healthy feedback culture, organizations must prioritize open communication, mutual respect, and empathy. Leaders should model positive feedback behavior by providing constructive criticism and acknowledging successes. When feedback is framed positively and focuses on specific behaviors or outcomes, it becomes easier for individuals to accept and act upon it. Embracing feedback requires active listening skills. When receiving feedback, it's essential to be fully present and engaged in the conversation. This means setting aside your initial reactions and truly listening to what the other person is saying. Often, individuals may interrupt or respond before the feedback giver is finished, leading to misunderstandings and misinterpretations. By practicing active listening, you create a space where you can absorb the feedback, reflect on its merits, and ask clarifying questions if needed. This approach demonstrates respect for the feedback provider and a genuine interest in improving. The ability to embrace feedback is closely tied to emotional intelligence. People with high emotional intelligence can manage their emotions effectively, allowing them to respond to feedback in a more constructive manner. They recognize their emotional triggers and can remain calm and composed, even when receiving criticism. By cultivating emotional intelligence, you can create a more constructive feedback loop, where you're not only open to receiving feedback, but also willing to reflect on it without becoming defensive or reactive. Once you receive feedback, the next crucial step is taking action. Many individuals make the mistake of viewing feedback as a one-time conversation. However, the true value of feedback lies in its application. After receiving feedback, it's essential to develop an action plan for how you will incorporate it into your work. This may involve setting specific goals, seeking additional resources, or even requesting follow-up discussions to ensure you're on the right track. By actively implementing feedback, you demonstrate your commitment to personal growth and your desire to improve your performance. This not only enhances your skills, but also builds trust with colleagues and supervisors, showing them that you value their input. It's vital to seek feedback proactively rather than waiting for it to come to you. Many people fail at work because they are passive in their pursuit of feedback. Rather than waiting for annual performance reviews or sporadic check-ins, take the initiative to ask for feedback regularly. Approach your colleagues or supervisors and request their insights on specific projects or tasks. This proactive approach not only demonstrates your commitment to growth, but also fosters an open dialogue around feedback. When you actively seek out feedback, you're more likely to receive valuable insights that can propel your career forward. Furthermore, embracing feedback also involves being open to feedback from diverse sources. While managers and supervisors are often the primary sources of feedback, colleagues, clients, and even friends can provide valuable perspectives. Each individual brings a unique viewpoint, and by considering feedback from various sources, you gain a more holistic understanding of your performance. This broader perspective allows you to identify patterns and themes in the feedback, leading to more meaningful insights and a clearer path for improvement. In conclusion, the inability to embrace feedback is a significant reason many people fail at work. Overcoming the fear of feedback, fostering a supportive environment, practicing active listening, and demonstrating emotional intelligence are all essential steps in cultivating a positive relationship with feedback. By viewing feedback as an opportunity for growth, taking proactive steps to seek it out, and applying it effectively, you set yourself on a path to success. Remember, feedback is not just about what you need to improve, it's a critical element of your professional development journey. Thank you.